Okay. All right. So let's move on to our weaknesses. What do you think our weaknesses would be? Don't forget, we are trying to build a mobile banking app. And our mission statement is to provide every Ghanaian with 24/7 access to secure and easy digital banking.
Okay. So, eh, will security still come in?
As our weakness,
Yes,
it depends
because
on your explanation.
yes. So, um, as I said earlier on, there came a time where you can go to the bank and then you can withdraw your money all day, but your balance will not show. I think there have been reports like that. Or is it that your money has been deducted maybe double? You went to
Okay.
and then your money has been deducted double. I think it shouldn't be so because you've gone for a specific amount. Why should it be double of what you went for?
Okay. I get you, Benny. So
Hello?
let's frame your suggestion. I'll share it, please, a moment. Or that's not an option. Let's frame your idea well. So we can talk about maybe our servers being slow or there being a crash some way, somehow, or maybe our processes being slow. Those can be our weaknesses. Is that okay? Situafia, your hand is up.
I thank you for the opportunity. You just mentioned my point. Like I wanted to talk about our network services being
Oh,
probably
okay.
having one of our
Yeah.
weaknesses.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Any other? Rogers, your hand
Madam,
is up.
I would say lack of regulation could be a weakness.
Yes, it could be a weakness. Thank you. Dennis, your hand is up.
Hello, madam.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I can say one of our weakness could be let's say limited industry experience. Like
Oh, okay.
so like most of us are not don't are not equipped with the experience that comes with how do you call it, the banking regulations and stuff like
Regulations.
that. Yes.
Interesting. Francis, you'll be the last person speaking about the weakness. Then we move on to opportunities.
Okay, madam. So I think some of our weaknesses can be maintenance cost,
Mm,
since we are making it available to all Ghanaians or many people.
mhm.
Maintaining it, like update and continuous fixing of updates, might be very costing.
Challenging. Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much. Now let's go to opportunity. Opportunity. So, what are our opportunities and how do we plan to take advantage of them? What opportunities are there for us? Rogers?
Yeah, madam. Okay.
Yeah.
Hello?
Your hand is up, Roger.
I would say one opportunity could be too many banking apps in the system, so we can capitalize on that. We can say that one app for
Mm,
all banks, something like that.
wow. That's awesome. Yes, any other? Thank you. Any other?
Hello, madam.
Yes, I can't see your
So,
hand up.
oh, sorry.
Delakofi.
Yeah.
Okay.
So one of the opportunities we can get from this is to get new business opportunities in the rural areas where there aren't lots of technologies, but we can leverage on the fact that because we are looking at Ghana in its entirety, we can have
Mm,
access to the rural areas and let's start businesses there because we have technology that's working in there.
I see. Okay. Francis.
I think we can have an opportunity to offer financial inclusions to everyone, like offering loans and
Mm,
yes, when people need it.
okay. Can we also say another opportunity is, we already have a lot of banking apps and mobile money already in existence. And because our mission statement is to provide 24/7 access, we may not necessarily just capitalize on building an app. Somebody can be using Gomoa Banche and then just dial *111 and then gets access to it. That's another opportunity. Now let's move to threats. Yes, Roger. Okay, Roger, you've talked a lot already. Emmanuel Baja, this is the first time I'm seeing your hand up.
Yes, madam. Good afternoon. Thank you for the opportunity. Okay, so I'll say one threat would be high illiteracy rates among Ghanaians, because if you are making it accessible to all, you have to look at the nation as a whole, and then statistically, our literacy rate is very high, especially in terms of digital literacy. So that could be a
It's very
threat.
high, Olum.
Illiteracy, the illiteracy is very high.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So that would be a major challenge as to getting almost all Ghanaians on board with our app.
Interesting. Thank you very much, Manuel. Elvis.
Madam, say one of our threats could be competition with other mobile banking apps already in the system. So
Oh,
since we are newbies to developing mobile banking apps, we could face challenges from the people who are already in it and who are already doing very well.
okay. Thank you very much. All right. Thank you so much. At least at the end of the day, we all have some sort of idea. And as a system analyst, I'm sure by now we know why we need all this to be able to, plan strategically. But let's move on and then see what else we have here. All right. So when you look at this image to this SWOT or strength, weakness, opportunity, threat analyzes example focuses on a specific asset, a company patent. Okay. So it also states its strengths. Our patent covers valuable technology that we can use. It covers its weakness. It has a limited life. When it expires, something doesn't go well. Its opportunity is just an example of what we just did with regards to we building, a mobile banking app. So as an IT systems analyst, why should you be interested in strategic planning? A systems analyst should be interested in strategic planning because it reflects a higher level of involvement in supporting the project's direction. Because it defines the company's mission, vision, and long-term goals. So by understanding these elements, a system analyst can, ensure that the projects they work on support the company's overall direction, rather than just operating in isolation. Okay. Planning is essential for IT project success. Management and IT should be closely linked. So as an analyst, you can't just sit down and then create your own thing and come and show it to management. What if they don't want that? Or what if they want something else? Okay. It also allows you to design and recommend systems that will not only solve current problems, but also support long-term growth and scalability. Today, systems development is more team-oriented. New approaches to system development typically involves groups of users, managers, and IT staff working together. Okay, another thing too is that, like I already mentioned, planning is essential for IT project success. There's a saying that failure to plan is planning to fail. So as a systems analyst, you have to sit and plan, and you don't plan in isolation. You plan with all the groups involved so that your project or whatever you are working on can come out successfully. Many organizations still rely on the IT group to provide guidance when selecting tools to support strategic planning. So some analysts use traditional text-based methods like Microsoft Word tables. Some use spreadsheets or Excel for organizing. And then some use Case. It's a tool that is really sophisticated, okay? You can search about it and see what you can use it for, because it's used to integrate various elements into a structured framework. And then it also ensures consistency. It helps you to document your overall environment as well. It's also, integrates entities, data elements, graphical models, and of the overall structure of what you are working on. And it helps you put these things together by mapping them, showing you the gap so you can analyze it and all of that. So you can search on Case tool and see what you can use it for. So your responsibility as an analyst is to determine the most suitable tool and technique for each project to enhance planning effectiveness. Now, during the systems planning phase, the IT team reviews a request to determine if it presents a strong business case. Okay, you have to determine if that business case is a strong one. The term business case refers to a proposal's reasons or justification. A proposal's reasons or justification. And then it also helps you to perform the review, the kind of analysis you have to consider, the company's overall mission, their objectives and IT needs, so that you'll be able to come up with, the perfect solution. So some of the questions you are supposed to ask is, why are we doing this project? Why are we building a mobile banking app? What is the project about? How does this solution address key business, issues? How much will it cost? And how long will it take? Will we suffer a productivity loss during the transition? During the times we're still in the paper system, and most organizations were moving from the paper to the digitalization. There was supposed to be a transition. So in case we are doing some sort of transition from one system to the other, from one app structure to the other, would there be a productivity loss, or what will be there? Another thing you have to look at as a system analyst is a system request. It's basically a formal way of asking for IT support. It might propose enhancements for an existing system, the correction of problems, the replacement of an older system, or what have you. A system must have adequate, controls to ensure data is secure and accurate. And some security controls include passwords, various levels of users access or user access, and encryption. And some could be biometric service. So if you're asking for or if you are requesting for IT support, there's a way you go about it, and that is what the system request is all about. There are 6 main reasons for system requests. And so when you look at the diagram, you can see more support, stronger controls, reduced cost, more information, better performance, improved services. All these are reasons for system request. Okay. So let's consider GCTU student management system. And it has administrators on it, lecturers on it. Students use it for academic records, course registration and performance tracking and all of that, right? Suppose the university submits a systems request to improve the system. How would all these 6 reasons be involved? How can it be integrated into systems requests? So the first thing, stronger controls. We want to, improve on what's our system, right? Our SIP precisely. So when it comes to stronger controls, we are looking at what the university wants to enhance about the system. Is it about data security? Is it to prevent, unauthorized access to students' records? Is it to ensure multi-factor authentication? Because mostly when you want to log into your SIP, you don't have anything like multi-factor authentication, do you? You just enter your password and then that's it. That's not it. So probably that would be a stronger control. Then when it comes to reduced cost, probably the IT department will now propose automating manual processes. Okay. Maybe they want to decrease the need for extra staffing and cut cost on paper-based records and all of that. When it comes to more information, they want to know whether the new system would provide real-time analytics on students' attendance and all of that. How many students are in this Zoom class at the moment? Are they concentrating or they just turned on their joint and then are pounding fufu on the side because it's Independence Day? I mean, post-Independence Day. Okay, so we need more information on what these, requests can achieve at the end of the day. Better performance. Would the system be, the current system, is it too slow? So are we upgrading the servers to ensure that we are able to optimize, for a faster performance, or what exactly are we doing? Improved service. Are students facing difficulties in retrieving their transcripts, getting access to the assignments and submitting and all of that? What can be done? Okay. And then more supports. Probably lecturers need better technical support when using the grading system. Do we need to add a chatbot so that when you log into your SIP and you're finding it difficult to do something, you can just ask, the chatbots there, or the help desk integration that has been added and all of that. So these are the reasons for systems requests. Okay. Now, what are the factors affecting systems projects? Please pay attention to this slide because it's crucial as it shows that systems analysts don't work in a vacuum. Your projects or whatever you are working on as a systems analyst is constantly being pushed and pulled by internal and external forces. Witches and wizards are not part, though, but definitely it's internal and then external forces. So let's say Ghana government needs a unified digital tax filing system. As an analyst, what do you think the internal things are to consider? Because we are saying that internal factors originate from changes in company policies and standards can impact a project. Okay. So what would you think the internal contributions or internal forces or factors would be? We want to build a unified digital tax filing system for Ghana governments, and you are the systems analyst. Anybody here?
Hello, madam.
Yes, always.
Can you say change in management? So probably when you started the project, there was a management that handed the project over to you. Then let's say when you are about to do the project better, then there's a change in management, and then the new management brings on different policies that
Will
have to
affect
make
your cash and
the
everything. Oh, may say this issue. Very interesting submission. Thank you, always. That could be one. That could be one. Any other? Okay. So internal factors like the term states has to do with inside the walls, things happening within, okay? So it could be people or departments within the company who want change, okay? And they could be the top managers, the bosses who are there, the ministers and stuff, and all of that. It could be the employees who will be using the system on a daily to take the tax. Don't forget you are looking at building a unified digital tax filing system. Okay. So we've spoken about the top managers, the users, the IT staff, which would be the technical team who sees new trends or know the old system or something and how they can manage it and go about it. You are looking at finance, Minister of Finance, whether he will sign off the billions of cedis we need to, build this project or not. Then we also have the external factors, the outside world. These are the things the company cannot control but must react to. Okay, so you are looking at technology, new inventions. I learned that we have 5G available right now. I don't know if it's in this part of Accra yet. I'm not sure. But I learned it's available, readily available. People are tuning into 5G services, and most of them are complaining about how their data is running away, their data bundle. We are looking at suppliers, partners who might change how they send data or goods or something. Because when you are building a system, you are not building it from scratch. There are certain things you have to outsource, right? Probably some cables, some wires, some motherboards here and there, and all of those things. So your suppliers, now that there's almost World War III, and I learned Iran is blocking their sea passage, which also serves as the world's largest oil and gas transport route. In case your supplier says, okay, I'm not able to deliver, what will you do? Okay, because you are saying that the external has to do with things you cannot control but must react to. So the suppliers are there. We can also look at customers, people who want a faster or easier ways to buy things or do things, or the customers will be going to take the taxes from and all of that and what have you. Then we have competitors, other businesses and stuff like that. Supposing it's no longer building up and it is selling Milo on the markets. We have a lot of, in fact, even Gary, we have a lot of people marketing various Gary products. So how do we get ours there and how do we push it? We have to consider competitors. Then the economy, whether people are spending money or saving it, and how it will affect, what we are selling out there or what we are putting out there. Then we have governments. So all the things I'm listing currently are external, new laws or taxes, like a new VAT rule, they will just pass because another government came into power and they also want to come and show their powers and stuff like that. So you have to consider all these things, the internal factors and then what? The external factors when it comes to your project. So you realize that most of our roads, which are contracted or given to contractors to work on, before you know, something comes up and then they are not able to finish their project. Mostly people are like, so this long time, this thing has not been finished, that thing has not been finished. But you don't really come close to find out what exactly is causing the delay. It could be internal, it could be external. So as a systems analyst, you have to put this in mind. Is that okay? Please, any question at this point? Any question, please?
Hello, madam.
Yes, Mr. Richard.
Please, good afternoon.
Hello.
Please, I was saying good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Please, as a system analyst, anytime you are building a system, the
Mm-hmm.
controls and the other things that you add them, you put involved or you add them, do they come from the institution in which you are building the system for, or you, the analysis, should know what you are doing for them?
And
Sometimes
please,
I think
can you come again? I didn't get. You
okay.
said the things you use or built.
Example, the controls. Let's say a system analyst, you are building a system for, let's say, GES
Okay.
for collection of school fees.
Okay.
Okay. Things needed for the system to build or to analyze.
Mm-hmm.
You, the system analyst, are you the one who's supposed to put them, or they will give you things they need before you can build a system?
Oh, okay. That's a good question. Yes, any contribution, any suggestion? What do you think? Yes.
Um, I have something to add to it.
Yeah, Benis.
Yeah, I think
Is that a question or you are answering his?
I'm answering, please.
Oh, okay. All right.
One, you will need since you are building something for them, you need them to give you some information, how they want it, how they would like it to work, what's
Mm-hmm.
the features and other stuffs. Then you add yours
Mm.
to make it happen. So I think you also need
Oh, okay.
their,
Inputs.
their input before you be able to proceed.
Okay. Thank you very much, Benis. Yes, Emmanuel, yes.
Yeah, okay, madam. So, with what with the whole concept of the system and analyst personnel, I've come to understand that we don't work in isolation. So, for his question,
Very good.
you would need input from both ends. So, you, the system analyst, maybe prior to them bringing their project to you, you've already done something similar. So you already know the things that you need to build that project for them. But then you also consult with them to know the kind of their goal, their mission, their vision, and then the goals that they want to achieve with that project. And then you tailor the product to their needs.
Very
So
good.
I think that's the answer.
Thank you very much, Emmanuel.
You're
Any
welcome.
other? Any other?
Yes, please.
Rafik.
Yes, so I think the company will give you their high level requirements. Then you, as the system analyst, you do an extensive research and come up with the technical implementation plan.
Very good. So please, do you get the answers from everybody's contribution? So we are developing a student, performance prediction system right now. And then you are a system analyst. The school would provide data, okay? They'll provide the attendance records. They'll tell you how their teaching mode is like. They'll give you the demographic information. They'll give you the exam results and everything. That's why we said you have to know the company's or the organization or firm's mission statements. They'll provide you with everything they need. And then based on what you have gathered from them, as the analyst, you now sit down and structure it. Okay, based on 1, 2, 3 information, the database must be like this, must be like that. We would have to use these algorithms or this and that to ensure that it's like this. We will need this kind of encryption to make it work. Then you let them know, these are my suggestions based on what you've provided me with. So it's a back and forth. Then at the end of the day, you agree on what they require and all those things. Now, when it comes to systems analysts, the work is quite, I wouldn't say difficult, but it's quite dicey. Somebody hires you to build a website for them, and probably they want an e-commerce website. No, not necessarily e-commerce. They just want a website that can show what they do. So let me give you guys a typical example. One musician contacted me to build a website for him, and then he showed me a prototype. He saw Nathaniel Bassey's on and was like, I want something like this. I'm like, but I didn't build Nathaniel Bassey's website, so so I didn't talk. I sat down, and I wouldn't start from scratch. So I looked at the tools I had available and all of that, added them, and then performed the magic he wanted and sent it to him. Then he would be like, okay, how about we change this? How about we do this? I'm like, but that wasn't part of the initial plan. Then I'll add it and bring it back. Okay, I want to add a payment gateway whereby people would want to donate through PayPal and stuff like that. I'm like, hey, brother, that wasn't the project. So do you get it? As a systems analyst, if I had actually sat down and I wasn't really doing it as a job, I was just volunteering or like doing it to just help his ministry. So I didn't take it as a contract or anything like that. But if I had actually sat down and planned it, not contracts down, and you are like, okay, this and this and this and this is what I want to do. The person provided me with his data, right? His pictures, videos, and all of those things. The person showed me this and this is how I wanted it to be like. I want to do this and this and this, and I put all those things down and come up with how I would do it with, this Canva and AI tools to give the person a preliminary view so that the corrections will be made there and then. I wouldn't be going back and forth after actually building the website. Please, do you get it? So at the end of the day, the person gives you what they want. You sit down, also plan out how it will fit, add yours, show it to them. And then after your back and forth, you agree on something and you execute it. Please, do we get it?
Yes, madam.
Okay. All right. So factors affecting systems projects. We've already mentioned the internal and external factors. Okay, I've already explained the technology suppliers, customers, competitors, and all of that. We also have what we call the PERSEL framework, which can help in assessing external factors. And it is based on 6 environmental types: political, economic, social, technological, environmental, and legal. So this is an example of the PERSEL framework in the diagram you're looking at right now. And it illustrates how internal and external factors influence IT projects in an organization. As you can see, we have the external factors outside the oval and then the internal factors within the oval. And I think we've already explained that. Do you have any questions on that before we proceed? Okay. Okay. So factors affecting systems project, IBM blockchain support. So this is an image of a technological, company. The company's name is New Light Technologies, okay. And it's a company that creates high performance consumer goods from greenhouse gas. It highlights the use of blockchain technology to track and audit and communicate the environmental impact of its products processes. So when you check here, it says IBM blockchain used to support sustainability. Do we know anything about blockchain?
No, madam.
No, madam.
No idea at all, at all. But have we heard about it
Yes,
before?
yes.
No, madam.
Yeah, I think I've heard of it before.
Oh, okay. But you
But
don't necessarily know what it is about.
I have
mostly
an idea.
I think it's a platform used to trade cryptocurrency. Yeah.
exactly. And then
Oh, I see.
it's um like a diary.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have a member of people, they stay within the diary. So any other
Mm-hmm.
who is out, who is also having a different chain cannot join because that person is not part of um let's say that group or that kind of a diary. So I think that's what is blockchain from my point of view.
Oh, okay. That's good to know. Any other?
Hello.
Yes,
I think it's blockchain, from what I know, is a platform used to trade cryptocurrencies.
I see. Any other?
Hello.
Yes.
What I know about blockchain is, I think it's a database,
It's a
which,
database.
uh, yeah, it can something like
Oh,
that, a ledger.
okay. Oh, okay. All right. So blockchain is a technology. It's not a platform. Okay, it's a technology. So it's a technology that those who trade in cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin and all of those things use. Now, this is how blockchain works. It's like a digital ledger or a digital recorder, or somebody said diary. So let's say a digital diary. That's how it is like. So what it does is, let's represent the block by a group of data, okay, or maybe a list of mobile money transactions. The chain is a digital seal that connects one block to the next. So if you try to change an old block, the seal breaks. And then the whole network knows that you are what? You are cheating. So most people use blockchain when they are transacting in cryptocurrency so that nobody will cheat. It's kind of decentralized. So whatever changes you are making, everybody sees it. Like, do you get it? So let's use this land guard issues, land disputes in Ghana as an example. If the old system records the land documents or keep the land documents at Lands Commission, if a file gets lost mysteriously or somebody pays somebody bribe to alter something, and then at the end of the day, the law comes in, the law is like, that land is mine. Richmond also, Roger also comes, that land is mine. Benis also comes, no, the land is mine. How do we determine whose land it is? You see that we would have to take the issue to court, right? But then with the blockchain system, imagine that every land sale in Accra is recorded on a blockchain. It's recorded on that ledger, or we use that blockchain technology to record it. Once the sale is recorded, it cannot be deleted by anybody. The moment it's deleted, everybody finds out or everybody gets to know that something has happened. Please, do you get it? That's what blockchain is all about. Hello.
Yes, madam. We can hear you.
Oh,
Madam, we
okay.
are here. We are
So
following.
please, do we get the blockchain idea?
Yes,
Yes.
brother.
Yes,
Yes, please.
madam.
Yes.
So this new light technology is saying that IBM blockchain is used to support sustainability. So with whatever they are doing, it's at the consumer side precisely or the supplier side. If the person thinks, when I give, so I think there's a definition here, blockchain technology provides an efficient, secure, and transparent distributed ledger system to manage supply chains. Okay. So everybody sees what goes on at the end of the day, basically. All right. Other factors affecting systems projects. I think we've spoken about customers, competition. Okay, so in a nutshell, we've linked that the factors affecting systems projects can either be what? Internal or external. It could be technology, and it could be hardware, software, it could be customers, it could be the economy, it could be inflation. When it comes to the economy, inflation, exchange rates, taxes, it could be government laws and regulations and all of those things. So if you don't do a thorough analysis before a project, people might end up asking you, why is this project taking so long? Or why did the budget increase all of a sudden? Why this, why that, and all of that. Is that okay? Any question at this level before we proceed? Any question? Any question? Okay. If we don't have any question, I would like us to take 3 minutes break. Would reconvene at exactly 2:45. Is that okay?
Okay.
Yes, madam.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, so let's move on to processing systems requests. Many organizations assign responsibility for evaluating systems requests to a group of key managers and users. Many call this group a systems review committee or computer resources committee. Many organizations use a special form for systems requests, similar to the online example for tracking requests shown in Figure 2 to 9 on the following slide. Okay, so most companies use online systems request forms that users submit electronically. So basically, when you are working with a firm or something and they want to request for something to be done, we are just looking at the processes they go through to make those requests, basically. So this is an example. I don't know if we can see well. This is a ticket request, status, reviewer, and all of that. So that's somebody's processing requests or the system request form. Okay, so what are the system request tools we use when we want to help track or review and approve system changes or improvements? Okay, and then when it comes to the review committee too, what group is it made up of? So we say systems request tool, they are special purpose system request tools that can help manage multiple automated form requests. When it comes to systems review committee, you are looking at a committee that can establish priorities more effectively than an individual, so that one person's bias is less likely to affect decision. A typical committee comprises the IT director and several managers or representatives from other departments. Okay. So at the end of the day, using both the request tools and then a review committee ensures that the IT projects are well managed, basically. So mostly when you're working with these big firms and they say they have managers meeting or head of department meeting, most of them comprises of this systems review committee. They sit down and go and think about what they think is good for us or not good for us, basically. All right. So what are the 6 main reasons for systems requests? Why do you think people make requests or systems requests? Elvis,
To improve system performance.
sorry,
To improve system performance.
performance, good, better performance, yes. Dennis,
Madam, to support new product or new products.
yes, new products, good, and services, yes, any other? Yes, any other? Richard,
Okay, to see if there are any errors or any downside of the system that needs to be upgraded.
oh, Richard, this is the first time.
Hello, madam, please.
Right? Sorry?
Pardon?
Is this the first time you're speaking today? Because I have another
Oh,
Richard Frimpong
oh, no. I've been speaking.
today.
Yes, please.
I see.
Hello,
Okay.
madam.
Yes. I'm just
This
trying
from Pong.
to.
Yeah,
Okay.
this from Pong. Button
Okay.
from Pong.
Okay.
To help
Agriculture
improve
Prosper.
their to help
Please, for more information.
Prosper.
Yes, please, for more information.
Oh, okay. Richard, I was Richard Frimpong. I called you because I wanted to know the difference. I had you on my list for
yeah,
today, and then
my mine is Richard Button from Pong.
okay, that's fine.
Button
Thank
from
you very much.
Okay,
So
so
Prosper, you
I'll
said
make
Richard, you've
I'm making
spoken already.
yeah
Please, Richard, you've spoken already. Allow somebody. I'll call you next time. Why? I want those who I have about 98 people on this platform, and less than 20 have spoken today. Interesting. Kojo Ohene Obeng, your hand is up.
Yes, I was saying for maybe cost management. It
For
reduce
what?
Okada. Cost management.
Cost management, yes, to
Yeah.
reduce costs and all of that. That's good. All right. Thank you very much. So let's proceed. So we have the 6 main reasons. Okay. More information, better performance, improved customer service, and more support for new products and services. All right, now let's talk about assessing request feasibility. A system's request must pass several tests to see whether it is worthwhile to proceed further. Even if the request is feasible, it might not be necessary. If a request involves a new system or a significant change, extensive fact-finding and investigation called a feasibility study must be required. A feasibility study uses 4 main measures: operational feasibility, economic feasibility, technical, and schedule feasibility. Okay. So when it comes to operational, we want to find out whether it will be easy to learn and use it. When it comes to economic, we are looking at will benefits exceed our costs? Probably we have 1 million and we want to do about 4 things. Then all of us, sudden this project comes up and then we need to use 1.3 million. Do we think it's okay? Will it benefit us? Will we exceed our costs and all of that? When it comes to technical, we want to find out, do we have the tech resources and the schedule? Can we do it in time? So feasibility is the filter that every system's request must pass through before a company spends money. Okay. Basically, that's what feasibility is all about. And then as an analyst, your rule is if it fails even one of these checks, then the project is a no-go area because the project must be able to satisfy all these 4 requirements. So operational feasibility, we've already mentioned what it has to do. The economic feasibility, technical, and then schedule feasibility, we've already explained that. Now, the highest priority for project requests goes to those that provide the most significant benefit at the lowest cost and in the shortest time. So after rejecting systems requests that are not feasible, the system review committee must establish what we call priorities for the remaining items. If tools are used as part of the review process, the requests may already be in a partially or fully sorted order. So the highest priority goes to the project requests that provide the greatest benefit at the lowest cost and in the shortest time. If it doesn't fit this criteria, then we can't, continue with that project because many factors influence project evaluation. Okay. Now, when it comes to dynamic priorities, many projects are dynamic in nature. So feasibility analysis and priority settings are ongoing tasks that must be performed throughout the system's development process. Okay. And I think last week I gave you an assignment on the SDLC, the system development life cycle. Or it
That's all
wasn't
right.
about, okay. All right. So have anyone ever worked on a dynamic project before? When we say a project is dynamic, basically as you start, something comes up. Then now you have to sit down and assess whether you would need that thing or you wouldn't need that. That's what makes the project dynamic. Has anybody worked on anything like that before? Okay. So basically that's how Della Kofi. Della, your hand is up.
Yes, please. I was just raising my hand to ask so that I have worked on something like that before.
Oh, okay. Do you mind sharing?
Okay. So we were creating an HRMS
Okay.
at the same time we were doing this dashboard for our CEO. And he wanted to see in the dashboard, all he wanted was to see the KPIs of individuals and how they were completing them with regards to the quarterly update. So that's to
Yeah.
Q4. And what's happening in the HRMS is that they also have to input their KPIs in the HRMS. And all the dashboard had to do was to push the KPIs for the CEO to see how people are doing
It's
with their
all working.
quarterly. So initially we started with the dashboard and then we're doing that and then the HRMS project came up and then we had to start thinking, oh, we can't have users go to the dashboard, input their KPIs in there, and then go to the HRMS, update their KPIs in the annual.
Again.
Yeah, so that's how that's an example.
Yeah. That's a great example. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, so let's look at another example. So let's say 37. 37 wants three systems improvements or system improvements. They want they want to improve on their online appointment booking. Do they even have one? No, let me use UGMC because 37, I don't trust them. So UGMC they want three system improvements: online appointment booking, electronic patient records, and then automated pharmacy inventory. These are the three improvements they want to see. As a systems analyst, you are supposed to use priority rules. Which one would be the most to benefit from? Which one would be the lowest cost? And which one can we do within the shortest time? Yes. Which one do you think? Analysts.
Repeat the project again.
Okay, so UGMC wants to improve their online appointment booking. Online appointment booking. And they want electronic patient records. So when they enter patient ID 1111, SNAM's record should come up. And they want automated pharmacy inventory. They want automated pharmacy inventory. Yes, what do you think we would have to do?
Madam, please, I would like to try.
Okay.
I think the appointment has to be booked first before followed by the person entering his or her particulars or checking for the person's folder, and then followed by the automated pharmacy inventory request or something like that.
Oh, okay. That's what you think. That's fine. That's good. Yes, any other? Any other? Don't forget you are looking at the one that would benefit most from lowest cost and shortest time. But first, what do you think the online appointment booking will entail? What would it entail? If we have an online appointment booking, what would it entail?
That's patient's records.
Patient's records.
It will allow customers to book appointments with the hospital or the doctor.
Oh, okay. Basically.
And then, madam, time allocated.
Oh, okay. Time allocation. Yes. Any other?
The times, the doctors or nurses' schedules, if they go on rotation.
Awesome. Awesome. So time allocation, the ability to book, and then the doctors or nurses' schedules. Okay, that's good. Then what about the the second one, the electronic patient records? What does it entail?
That one also entails the management system to keep the customers' data, like their clinical data, the time they come to the hospital, their medical records. Yeah.
Okay.
Hello, madam.
Rafik, I've banned you from talking again.
Hello, madam.
Yes, Justice. This is the first
Yes,
time I'm
so
hearing from you in today's class.
yeah, so I'm having a challenge with my network, so I go on and off.
Oh, okay.
So with the patients, the system
Records.
records, I think it comprises of the bio data, the vitals, the clinicals, and any other related reporting systems that has to do with the patients.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you very much. All right, let's move to the automated pharmacy inventory. What does it entail?
Please, am I still banned?
Yes. Let me go through the list and see those who have not spoken today. I should call some people randomly. Abdul Rahman. Abdul Rahman. Emmanuel Baja, put your hands down. Dela Kofi, put your hands down. Where is Abdul Rahman? I'm Pofu Eje. Some people, they are present
Hello,
but
Madam
present
Esinam.
out.
I'm here. I'm
I've not heard
presenting.
you today.
Don't worry, next week I'll speak.
Hey,
Yeah.
okay. -10 in advance. So
Oh,
when you speak,
Esinam.
then would put it back there.
When I speak, +20.
No. Atta Aaron Moses. Atta Aaron Moses. Present out. Nice. Christian
So,
Ado. Kobe Sakite.
Yes, madam.
You've not spoken. I want to see your voice.
Definitely.
Are you following though?
Please, I am.
Okay. So, what is the automated pharmacy? What does it entail? What do you think it entails?
I'm sorry, come again, please.
The automated pharmacy we mentioned. The automated pharmacy inventory. You're asking what it entails. Richard, put your hands down. You've spoken today. I'm looking for the Situafia. Put your hand down. I'm looking for the present out people. They are present, but they are out. Who do Isham? Who do Isham? Where are you? I hope you know that this class is being recorded. So if I mention your name and you are not responding and all, it has been recorded. So if I need evidence, I'll come back and come and play the recording that you were present out.
Yes, madam.
David Akwefio.
Yes, madam.
Yes, your hand is up. David Akwefio, your hand is up.
Yeah, I wanted to say medication storage and also inventory management.
Sorry?
For the automated pharmacy. So can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Yeah. So I was saying for an automated pharmacy system, one thing that you need to do is medication storage and also inventory management.
We can't hear you very well. Or am I the only one? If somebody heard him, can the person reiterate what he said?
Please, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Yeah, so I was saying for the automated pharmacy, the key components include medication storage and also inventory management.
Oh, okay. Okay, so basically, all right. And we are talking about setting priorities, okay? So we are asking that which of these systems do you think they would rather work on? Because we are saying that if we are working on a system or a project, or if a project goes through project requests, then we need the one that is most significant, the one that has the lowest cost, and we can achieve in the shortest time. So now that we've laid down what all these systems entail, which one do you think we can actually work on? Or which one do you think would consider as highest priority? Emmanuel, your hand is up.
Yes, ma'am. I think the one we consider as higher priority would be the patient's records and biodata.
Okay. Why would you choose that?
Okay, so with because that is, in my opinion, that is the most vital information that we would want to capture. Because if you, for example, before you even go to the pharmacy to go and take the drug for the patient, you first of all have to have their medical records, which is telling you like their diagnosis, the sickness or whatever is wrong with them before you even go for whatever medicine that they will need. And in the
Okay.
same way, you also need to know
before the doctors or nurses will attend to the patients, they have to know or have information about the
That's
medical
the
records of the
patient.
patient. So in order
Interest.
of priorities, I think that one is the
That will
first.
come first. Interesting. Thank you very much. If you have a different opinion rather than his, then your hand should be up so that I call you. If your opinion is different from what he just mentioned. David, is your opinion different? David Aquifio.
Yeah, I wanted to stand on the automated pharmacy, that one. Because I know
Okay.
at first in the olden days, if we visited a facility, the doctor at the ward will write it on a paper for you. But
No.
I'm on the view that if we don't keep the record of um, the medicine and also and stuff, that one to be worried, because when a nurse comes to your ward and then he doesn't know the first medicine that the doctor or a nurse gave it to you, it will be a problem, and also it will
Don't
cause
you
a harm
think
to
that comes back to the medical information? Because when a doctor prescribes a medicine to patient A, it will be on the patient's file. So when the patient goes to the pharmacy, the pharmacist checks the patient to see what prescriptions the doctor has given him or her. David. So I think it still comes back to the patient's medical,
records.
yeah, the electronic patient records. All right. So
Okay.
who else is against the electronic health or electronic patient records? Sechofia.
But I'm sorry, I'm not against it. I just wanted to add something.
Oh no, I want against the motion. Sechofia, thank you. Arthur Aaron Moses.
Okay, good afternoon, madam.
Good afternoon, sir.
Sorry, I know you called me earlier on, but my network
You were
was
on
kind of
sabbatical
disturbing.
leave, not network. Network didn't do anything.
I wasn't able to unmute. So I had to.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
So do you want to
So,
contribute?
yes, but
Okay.
so before that, what I want to add to what my colleague Emmanuel Waja said was, or to make it brief, is data accuracy. I think that's what he's trying to say or tell us. And then on the other hand, I think staff training too will be needed, because if you are setting up something on automated pharmacy like this, your staff will need to be trained properly before this thing can work efficiently for your customers or your clients.
Sorry, I think my router went off, so I got disconnected.
No problem, Adam.
Okay, so I'm coming to share my screen again. Okay, so please, can we see my screen?
Yes,
Yes, please.
yes, madam, I
Oh,
can see.
Yes,
so we are
madam.
saying that factors that affect priority. Will the proposed system reduce costs? Where, when, how? Will the system increase revenue for the company? Will the system's project result in more information or produce better results? Will the system serve customers better? Can the project be implemented in a reasonable time frame? Are the necessary financial, human, and technical resources available? All these are the things we need, or all these are the factors we have to consider as to when it comes to setting priorities and how they can affect the kind of priorities we set. We also have discretionary projects and non-discretionary projects. So these that when it comes to the discretionary projects, they are projects that management can choose to do or not to do. Okay, so they are optional, they are not mandatory, they are discretional, basically. So example, a university decides to build a mobile app for campus news and events. It is helpful but not compulsory, right? So it makes it discretional. Management can decide whether to implement it now, later, or not at all. And yeah, important, sir. But when it comes to the non-discretionary projects, these are projects that must be done. Students need SIP. Okay, management does not have a choice. They have to do it by hook or crook. That's basically what the discretionary and the non-discretionary project is all about. So the committee can review priorities and create realistic schedules around these discretionary and non-discretionary projects as well. Then we have the preliminary investigation, which gathers facts about the problem, the benefits, the scope, the constraints, and costs. So it's important to gather basic information about whatever you want to work on so that you know if it would really work or not work out. It is important to inform people about the investigation and explain the role of the systems analyst as well. A typical a systems analyst typically follows a series of steps during a preliminary investigation. So the diagram shows a model for conducting a preliminary investigation. Okay, a preliminary investigation is the first step in solving a business or systems problem, where the basic information you need to work with is gathered before making a decision. So the key areas of the investigation are the problem or opportunity. It's not the same as SWOT. Okay, SWOT is the strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and then the threats. These ones are the areas of the investigation. Okay, so we have to identify the main issue that needs to be solved or the opportunity for improvement. And then we look at the benefits, the advantages of solving that problem. Could it make whatever we want to work on faster or better accurate, or would it save cost, or would it improve our services and all of that? You have to look at the benefits. Then the project scope and constraints. It basically defines what the project will cover. That's the scope. And the limitations has to do with the constraints, okay, such as time, budget, technology, or resources. You have to put this into consideration during your preliminary investigation. And then the final thing you have to look at would be the costs, the financial resources available to, work on that. And then when you look at the center, you see fact finding. So at the center, which is fact finding, has to do with the information you have to collect. And there are so many ways you can collect these information. It could be through interviews, through questionnaires, through observations, documentations, or all of that. And when you are doing your fact finding, at every stage, you have to make sure you are documenting your observation. So in case you are doing your final year project and you want to work on a project, you just don't get up and say, I want to build this system or I want to work on this project. You have to, if there's a problem, first you have to even find out if there's actually a problem, number one. Then you do your preliminary investigation. Okay, what exactly is the problem? What are the opportunities? What are the benefits if I am able to build the system? How long would it take me? What will be my challenges? How much would I have to put in? Do you get? So after analyzing these areas, then you report to management and then you go on with what you are supposed to do. So in this case, if it were your final year project, you do what we call documentation. All right. So we basically look at the 5 main steps in the typical investigation. Understand the problem. So another way for us to look at the preliminary investigation is a structure we normally call the fishbone structure. So this is how it works. When you look at the diagram, you see that it looks like a fish. I don't know if you can see it properly. It looks like a fish and then the fish's bones, right? So it's a structure that helps us what? Solve or analyze, these information. So the head of the fish, when you look at it, the head is where the problem lies, where the main problem is. So the head here is low morale. I don't know if you can see it. Okay. Please, can you see? So in this case,
Yes, please.
that's the problem, the main problem.
Not that much.
Okay. I'm trying to zoom it. Can you see now?
Yeah, I think it's quite clear now.
Okay. I don't know. When I zoom and want to use the pointer, it goes down, but like still. So that's the head. That's the problem. So if the problem is low morale, then the bones are the branches. They represent the various categories, right? Machines, we have people, environment, management. All these things are the things you have to consider as probable causes of the low morale. And then you now see how best you can work with that. So the smaller branches show specific factors that may contribute to the problem. Okay. And then we are saying that the main bone, so we see the head, low morale, with the machines, people, management, and then environment are some of the external factors or internal factors, whichever, but they are specific factors. And when you want to dig deeper within the machines, for example, let me zoom in again. When you look at the machines alone, we have maybe need more maintenance. Many are obsolete. When you look at the environment, the temperature is too hot or cold, faulty thermostats. So the fishbone, diagram actually helps to dig deeper into how you are actually going to solve a particular problem or do your investigation. Then we also have a Venn diagram, which shows example of different types of constraints that can affect a project during a preliminary investigation. And like I already mentioned, constraints are limitations or restrictions. So we have external constraints, present constraints, future constraints, and internal constraints. And you can see some exclamation marks and then some dark arrows in there, like a triangle, and they are representing the exclamation as mandatory constraints or limitations, and then the dark arrows or black arrows or triangles as desirable constraints. Okay. So you are saying that the limitations or constraints can be either external or internal. They can be restrictions that come from outside the organization or within the organization. When it comes to the internal and then the the external and then the internal constraints. When it comes to the present constraints, it has to do with issues that must be handled immediately in the current system. And then the future constraints is most likely what would affect the system later. Okay. Then mandatory constraints must be followed. Desirable constraints has to do with things that are preferred but not absolutely required. So that's what the Venn diagram also indicates. Then we also have fact finding. You perform fact finding as an analyst. Fact finding aims to gather data about project usability, costs, benefits, and schedules. During fact finding, the analyst might analyze organizational charts, conduct interview, review current documents, observe operations, and conduct a user survey. So I'm using your final year project as an example again. When you want to do your fact finding, you would have to now research. Let's say you want to work on a library management system. So the onus falls on you or lies on you to go and research on papers or publications or what other people have done about a library management system. So you know what they have done, what you can improve on, their limitations and stuff like that. Is that okay? That's what the preliminary investigation or the fact finding has to do. Like that's what it also focuses on. Then you also analyze project usability, cost, benefits, and then schedule data, which we've already spoken about. We've spoken about evaluating feasibility or looking at how feasible the project will be. And we said you should consider operational feasibility, economic, technical, and then schedule feasibilities. Then once you are done with your preliminary investigation, you summarize the results and recommendations, and then you write a report on that. So a typical report would consist the following sections: introduction, systems request summary, findings, recommendations, project rules, time and cost estimates, and expected benefits. Any questions? Any questions, please? Okay. If we don't have any question, Andrews.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Sorry for my voice. I'm not feeling all that good. So,
Oh,
please, about performance and efficiency. How often does the system fail or crash?
how often? It depends on the system you are working with. It depends. We can't just sit and then predict, okay, looking at MTN and how it works. It fails every 3 months or every 2 months or stuff like that. Unless you are working with them and you know what goes on in there. So it depends on where you are working at or the system you are working with. And that's how you can project how long it will take for the system to break down or, stuff like that. Please, do you get?
Yes, ma'am.
So if you are a system analyst and you are building a system or you are going through all these things to guide a firm actually work on their system, then you can tell them that, okay, maybe because you are using a database for only 1,000 people, the moment it gets to 10,000, it will crash. So every now and then we have to be updating the system. I don't know if you use MTN and then you receive messages from time to time, system maintenance from this time to this time or this day to this day.
Yes, please.
You can't really track as to whether they do it every 3 weeks or 1 week or 1 month. So it depends on what happens within that system and the kind of fact finding or investigations they do. That's, makes them actually go ahead and then put those measures in place. Please, do you get it?
Yes, please. Thank you.
But notwithstanding, as a systems analyst, you should be able to project that, okay, with this system I'm building, every year would have to do this about it, or every quarter would have to do this maintenance. We would have to do updates, would have to do that. Okay. Any other question, please? Yes, Richard.
Okay, madam. Does this mean that the moment you launch any app, you have to begin analyzing how the app will behave? No.
You actually analyze it even before you build it. Because the question is, why are you building the app? What problem is that app solving? What is it going to be used for? And in the course of its usage, what can we add? And sometimes once you build the app, it is after you build it that you'd realize, okay, we have to add this, we have to do that. Let's take those who use iPhone, for instance. They keep updating your iOS, isn't it? So you have to update and then other features comes on board and stuff like that. It doesn't mean it was in existence long time before they built it. Once they build it, technology keeps changing. So improvements must be done every now and then. So systems analyst, your work is basically dependent on a lot of things. Please, do you get me?
Yes, madam.
Please, any other question? I think our time is
Hello,
up.
madam.
Yes.
Yes, so I want to find out how do we make time estimation for a project to get completed? How in real world can we allocate time to those projects that we are working on? And then also to ensure that we are able to complete within that time frame. How do we get that? And
Thank you very much. It's a good question, but it also comes back to the project you're working on. So if you're in Accra, you can see that a lot of road construction is going on, right? That's a project. Do you think if they had given the road from Accra Mall all the way to Volta to one contractor, do you think the time frame to work on those would be equal to giving the same project to 20 contractors? So it comes down to what you are working on. What does the project entail? If you don't know what you are working on, you can't give timeline, and you just don't sit and then give timeline for what you are working on. Okay, I'm building an app, so I'm giving myself 6 months. It doesn't work like that. That's why we have different factors you have to consider. That's why we have teams you have to work with. So IT generally is like construction or building. You ask somebody, what do you do? Oh, I build. But then within the building, the person is a mason. Another person, oh, I build, but the person is a carpenter. Oh, I build, but the person is what? A plumber. All these people have to come up and come on board for you to be able to do what you want to do as a project analyst. Please, do you get it?
yes, madam.
Or
Yes,
I've not answered your question.
yes, madam. You've answered.
If I've not answered your question, please show me. Let me know. Because there's no one way to go about a project, number one. And you can't just allocate time for a project you don't even know about or have no idea of. Even if you do know that this is the project I want to work on, you still can't allocate timeline for it until you've done your investigations. You've put some things in progress. You've checked all the factors that could influence it. What if you start and the money finishes? Who are you working with? Are there sponsors? Is it for a firm? Is it personal? All these things have to be considered. All these things have to be considered. I want to give, I know my time is up, but if you don't mind, I want to share a project I worked on. It was one of my research works, and I started with one particular research topic. I had done my investigations, collected data, or I've actually cleaned my data, like measured my proxies and everything. Like I was almost through. Then something prompted me to check the project all over again. And then I realized I'm a computer science student, but it doesn't really cover much of like the computer science aspect. It was geared towards social something rather. Then I had to change it when I was almost done. Do you get? So a lot of things affect projects. A lot, a lot, a lot. There's no one way to determine what would affect it or what's time to allocate to it and stuff like that. What if you work on it and then you take it up and management says no? That's if you're working with a firm. I've had times that I sent my research work, a full research, then my HOD tells me, "Enfa." That's the only thing. That's the only thing he'll tell you. He will not explain. He will not say anything. Enfa. Oh, wait. Enfa, enfa, enfa. And then enfa means, Masa, just go away because there's nothing you can do about it. Do you get? So please, let's take a lot of things into consideration if you're working on projects, especially the factors. And then we should also do our homework, cover all your bases, especially if you're working with a firm. Know what you are working on so that you don't find yourself wanting. All right. So I have an assignment for you. I learned that you've not been able to submit your assignment for the most part, and some have given theirs to the course rep because there's no submission option on the SIP or something, the LMS also. So I'll speak to Dr. Acheampong so that we add that. So we'll put the second assignment there, and then I would ensure he makes the submission portal too available so that you can submit it as well. With that said, have a nice weekend and see you next week.
Bye.
Madam
Bye.
Esinam, please, you didn't tell us
Yes.
the deadline for the assignment.
Don't worry, I'll add it. I'll add it to the assignments I'll be giving you. Because I also don't want a lot of work such that I'll be marking 3 assignments at the same time. Senepa Ladu. So I would let him know. I don't have access to his LMS. I would have probably done that myself. So I'll let you know, please. All right. Thank you very much and have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Enjoy, Sister.
Thank you.